Right now. So good evening, everyone. This is Justice, and welcome to your very, very first official meeting as Big Seven members. So actually, we should have had a meeting before now, but I just actually had to give you guys enough time so you could actually do your research. Now, who amongst every single one of us here remembers what you wrote on your piece of paper during the last meeting? In terms of how much you want to pull between that time till the end of 2025. Now, if you do remember what you commented or what you wrote down on your piece of paper as the money goal you want to achieve, then I want you to comment on the comment and just say, yes, I do remember, or just say, yeah, I do, or something. I want to be sure you guys remember, right? I want to be sure you remember. I always like us being very, very interactive, especially because that's what's going to give you closer or a much more intimate relationship with what we're setting out to achieve. So if you do remember, I actually tried to look for a pen. I have just a pencil here, but yeah, probably this would work. So yeah, I'm looking at the comment section right now. A few of you remember, or actually all of you actually do remember. If you don't remember, then there's a problem. Okay. So you guys say you remember. Now let's get a general worldview. So who amongst you here probably do not remember how much you wrote down on your piece of paper the other time? Who doesn't remember? Tell me. Hello? Who doesn't remember? If you don't remember, comment, I don't remember. Nobody will kill you. Anyone? Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Well, nobody wants to comment. Okay, it's fine. So, I mean, I expect that you guys do remember, yeah. Now, let me be honest. Between that time till now, which of you have made some form has taken some form of action towards that goal that you wrote down? Between that time till now, who amongst you have taken some of action to working towards that goal? If you've done that, then say I have, or just say me. Use me, me, so I'll know, right? If you've taken some form of action between then and now, probably me on the comment section. I want to say it. I'm curious. Okay, so just one person I've actually taken some form of action towards that goal. Okay, good. So some other person said that's Valentine. All right, that's good. So if you've not now, this is total honesty here. Nobody's going to come and spank you. Nobody's going to come and kill you. But the truth of the matter is that I'm doing this because I'm going to hold every single one of you accountable. In Big Seven, you guys have to win. Like pretty much that's how it works. The difference between you guys and every other person probably will be watching this webinar is that I'm working with you guys more closely towards achieving whatever it is you set out to achieve. And that's why you guys are in some form of private community and we're vibing and you have a monthly subscription fee ongoing for you, even though it's really freaking cheap. Yeah. However, let's see. So back to the question. Laefa said she has done some form of research. Okay, good. Valentine has started something. Michael has started something still. Awesome. Now, who amongst you have started nothing? Confession time. You don't say I've not. Again, no one's gonna come spank you, right? But at least you're holding yourself accountable, all right? So who haven't started anything? Like, just be honest. If you've not started anything, good. Gloria has gone first. Awesome. It's okay. Who else have not started anything? Katia has gone first. Who else have not started anything? Ebere Chuku, Abiola. Who's Abiola? This name, have you this face? Is this Jibola? Okay, I think that's Jibola. Ajibola, yeah, Ajibola, yeah. Good. All right. Welcome. Welcome. So who haven't started working on the assignment that they had, like taking actions towards that goal of the money goal they wrote on a piece of paper? That was the question we're actually asking. So last week was actually a very, very amazing time for every single one of us. And I think for the most part, the least thing that any single one of you took out of the section was that, there's excess money out there and you can hit a sizable part of it. Even if people around you are operating at a particular wavelength, that doesn't exactly mean that you have to operate at that same wavelength. There's nothing stopping you from being at the top of the pack, even within your circle. Like nobody cares, right? So you were able to see a couple persons who, just like you, were probably struggling at some point in their lives. All right, we had some mentors come in on that day. They were probably struggling at some point in their life, dealing with some certain issues. But then, as a function of acting differently, they are now performing at a level that even they themselves would not have believed it a few years back. Right? And at the same time, if you notice, those persons, they were like very, very private individuals for one reason, because I mean, they are trying not to tout their successes out there too much, just so they don't draw unnecessary attention to themselves. I mean, their own worldview, which is okay. People like us, we are not shy. We're always out there in public doing our stuff because, I mean, the essence is that it's pretty much what I'm naturally drawn out to do. And I'm trying to, at least by my own experiences, by the experience of people I can actually get you guys to vibe with, you can get to see that, okay, fine, this is something that is actually very, very possible for you to replicate, and you have seen it for yourselves. All right. So now I want to give you guys extra, this is not push. I want to give you guys a platform where you now implement it. Right. So whatever it is you've written now, this is an action. This whole session we have today, right now, is totally action, right? I'm giving you guys tactics towards the building phase, pretty much it. So first thing, apart from the fact that it's possible, among the things you learned from the last section, the next thing you learned was that if you want to really, really make money, then you can only go so far selling your time. It's a fact. We talked about why that is so. You can only go so far selling your time. But then if you want to make solid bank, then you have to have something beyond your time that you can sell. Even if you want to sell your time, at least the least you could do for yourself is productize the hell out of it. So let's have some quick recap questions. Who knows what when I say productize the hell out of it, what do you think I mean? Like what do you think that means? All right, my beards are not shaven yet. I look like I don't know how I'm going to describe myself. I've had a very, very crazy week. In fact, on 2 days ago, today's Monday, the Sunday morning, that was in the early morning, like between 12 a.m. to 2 a.m., I was actually on a call with an investor who, as I speak to you, is going to be bringing about 45 million naira to a new project that we have planned. Now, this is why most of you were probably sleeping, right? And you see, that night, I just couldn't sleep. Like, I was just there. I mean, I had two choices. I was going to the investor, I kind of just sent him a message out of the blues that was preceding 12 o'clock. I was like, yo, when are you going to have some time so we could just go through a few stuff, right? Because we had some prior conversations before. And then it was like, yo, he didn't even reply. He saw my message and it was just blue ticked on WhatsApp. And the next thing was, I saw a call on my phone. I typically don't take calls at night. But I was like, yeah, I'm too lazy. I'm so tired. But then I was like, yeah, freaking hell. I can't sleep right now. So what the hell? What do I get to lose? And that's how I started the call. Now we're on that call for about an hour. And long and short of that call was that, dude, Pablo will be coming over to City A. I'm not going to mention the name of the city, and we're going to finalize everything. And we're requesting at least some 45 million naira from investor A. Crazy stuff. Why the world slept, right? Now, this is me, right? Pretty much. I keep doing my whole crazy thingy up and down. Oh, wait. Jibola said she has started and she already made a little bit of money. That is good. That is good. I like that. I like that. Probably give me some smudges later. In any case, right? Moving on from this point, we talked about productizing the hell out of your time. Or productizing the hell out of whatever it is you want to do, but that's the way you make some solid bank. So now, guys, when we say productizing, creating a product, again, let me give you guys some small hints. The last talk we had, we mentioned something about that you have to be able to double down on the money-making aspect of your skill, if you're a skill person, pretty much. So now, sync that idea together with the idea of productizing, and tell me what you think that is. When you say productize, create a product, what do you think we are talking about? Now, I want someone to drop a comment. Okay, even if you don't want to drop a comment, I think I'm going to not let you drop a comment. I'm going to have you guys on mute so you guys can actually talk. All right? Even though your cameras are not on, it's okay. All right? So who am I going to call first? I'm going to call in the order I see you guys on the screen. So I see Jibola. I think that's her. So Jibola, please unmute your mic. I'm going to ask you this question. What do you think we mean by productizing? How do you think you can implement that? Or how do you think you can carry out productizing right now? Unmute your microphone, Jibola. You have no excuse. If I call your name, you have no choice. You're going to have to unmute. Please unmute and let's have you speak.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
Okay, well, I feel like if I understand what you're saying, what you mean by productizing the hell out of your skill, right?
Productizing the hell out of your skill, out of anything, anywhere, to get this stuff that every single one of you want to get right now. So when we say productizing, what is the big idea? What are we talking about here? How do you understand it? How do you plan to carry this out? Even though you don't want to give us very, very intimate details, that is okay. But let's have it.
Okay, so I discovered a new hobby last year. So I love to write and I love to speak, right? So I've actually been trying to research how I can get plenty money out of writing. And most times I'm even lazy to write. So I did two things. And it was similar to what Sophia said in the last class. She said she deals with human capital, right? She employs people to write for her and then she pays them. So I did that earlier this year. I got a little bit of change from that. That's the first thing I did. Then the second one I did, I ghostwrite. So I write for, okay, so I'm currently writing a book for a CEO, ghostwriting, right? So when I'm done, he's going to put his name on it. So that was why I said that I've started the research and I made a little bit of money from it. So that's what I did. And people that call me to say, oh, they need me to speak, they pay me a little bit of money to speak. So yeah, that's it for me.
Oh, good. So now, from Jibola's experience now, yeah, she likes to write and then she likes to talk. So these are two things she enjoys doing. And now she was able to get someone to pay her or offer to pay her to speak, and then another person to offer to pay her to write some form of book. And then he's going to put his name on it. But yeah, it's a contract. It still works. Good. This is something she enjoys doing. That is good. One example. Who else want to talk it? Let me see. Who am I going to call next? Cleavon. Cleavon, please unmute your mic. Cleavon. After Cleavon finishes speaking, I'm going to ask Michael to unmute his mic. Randomly. Now, I'm going to call Paul randomly. Cleavon, please unmute your mic. Uh-oh, it's like his network kicked him out. Michael, you're next. Please unmute your microphone, Michael. Let's listen to you. Every single person in Big Seven needs to be able to open their mouth and talk because I'm training you guys to be expert salesmen to sell anything in this damn world to make money. Let's go.
Hey, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I like for me, like into a little bit of researching. So what I do basically, maybe like I could research about a particular course, like about any niche, maybe a tech niche. Then I'll try to see where how I can sell these courses to earn money.
Okay. Okay, Fairs. Fairs. Who else? Let's have some other person speak. Ebere Chuku. Let's have you speak. Ebere Chuku, are you there? Unmute your microphone, please.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
I started making research. I created a website because I do UI. Then I have some couple of friends that also do programming and also writers. So I brought all of us together so that we can create an agency. So we can pitch ourselves and anybody that hires us, we do everything for the person. So more like a digital agency. So
That's
that's
good. That's good. You know, this is good. Literally, I like the idea this is going. Do you have a angle of how you are presenting your offer to these people? Literally, do you have an angle?
I called just one of my friends. I just called him so that both of us will be the owners. Then the people will just outsource because we can pay people basically contracts for now. So when we get the job, we outsource other people that have been working with us for a while now.
Good, good. So now your focus now is on getting this contract, not so?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I like it. I like that. I like that. That's good. Good, solid stuff. Who else wants to go? Productizing. Who else wants to go? Laefa. Unmute your microphone, Laefa. Oh, wait. I've been calling just ladies, haven't I? I think just a few male folks have spoken. Okay, Cleavon is back. Cleavon, do you want to unmute your mic and speak to us? Cleavon. Then I'm going to call Laefa back. Then I'll call Valentine.
Just say, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, I can. Go on.
It's hectic, Okay, I started an agency within the period. Okay, and after the last 30 days challenge we did, I sent a lot of code DMs up to like 300, 400, 500. With my niche on healthcare, that dentists and surgeons now, basically yes. No reply from them. So I got tired and less motivated. So right now, I'm thinking, some are saying, oh, those people are busy, they hardly respond to mails and all. I should try code call, which I don't even know how to get around it. And so basically right now, I'm actually targeting about 5 to 10 clients. So I'm thinking about using ads actually to target them.
Okay.
To see ad works. So that's just it for me. So the digital marketing yesterday I opened, My own is just to assess, like the previous one said. So when I got the job, I just assess it out. The one I can do, I do, but the one I can't, I just assess it out. So that I just it now.
Good. So have you been able to land somebody that you have outsourced successfully yet, or is you working towards it actively right now?
I'm actually working towards it because code DM's none, so I'm just trying to see if I can, if ads work.
Good. So if you are here on this call right now and you have some form of service that you are offloading to people to come in to buy, and pretty much like you're trying to get them the way Cleveland is working on it, Ebereshiko has some form of agency and they want to close client. Now, I'm going to give you guys something. This Cleveland was on my 30-day challenge. I did an updated version, and those of you in Big 7 version 2.0 who have some form of skill that they are trying to monetize or focus on the money-making side of that skill, I want you guys to go through this updated version of that program. I'm going to give you guys access for free. The program alone is sold for about 100 grand, and early access was given at 50 grand at the time. But now I'm going to give you guys access for free. So pretty much this is you paying a 10K subscription and you're getting access to this sort of thing. Now, hello, please do not share. Can I get a word on that, guys? Do not share. Now, this is exclusively for people who have some form of skills that they want to create a product out of and close clients out of. Now, you guys are going to enjoy this whole thing. Of course, well, I'm not going to say much on it, but you guys are going to get it. You see, this is why I like you guys to be live on calls so you talk so that I know how best to come in and help you. Good. This is awesome. Now, who hasn't spoken? I think Maya is someone new. I don't really know this phrase though. Maya, are you there? Do you want to speak? Let's have you speak, Maya. Please unmute your mic. Maya, are you there? Uh-oh, Maya has disappeared. Oh, she's disappeared. Probably a network or something. Okay, good. Kerry. I don't think I've heard Kerry's voice before, though. Kerry, do you want to say something? Kerry.
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me?
Kerry, are you a guy? You sound the name sound like
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it works both ways. It works both ways.
Awesome. Go on. Productizing. Go on. Let's have you speak.
Yeah, so when I think of productizing, the way I see it is something like from the last call now where we had someone talk about getting selling human capital. So for me, I also look at it that same way that I don't want to be too focused on doing my skill per se. I'm a video editor, by the way. So it's for me to be able to sell and get the people in, get the clients in. Once the jobs are on ground, I'm definitely sure I can get people because I'm friends with other video editors as well. So I know a lot of people who are really good at their job as well. But if I can get the jobs in, then I can outsource it to others as well. So that's where I think my time can be reduced in doing the actual work. So it's not just what I can do now, but just selling it and then getting people in to do the job.
Good. So in all of these, guys, all of you that have been mentioning, you have some form of skills and stuff. Do you guys have some sort of price points in your head that is going to help you to draw closer to that goal you've set at least for 2025? Yes or no? Please comment on the comment section. All of you now that are looking at creating a product out of your skills, do you have some form of at least average price point that you know that if you can actually close clients at around this range, then you probably need to be able to get a contract, even if it's just one client, a contract ongoing for, say, how many months we have left? This is May. So let's say June, July, August, September, October, November. Wait, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So you have 7 months. Yes? 7 months. Oh, my hand, 7. You got 7 months, pretty much. Now, maybe it's just one client. Let's say your goal for the year is like $5,000, $5,000. Now, when you do the quick calculation, or you say you do some conversion, how much is that going to be in naira? 5K times 1.6, that is like 8 million naira. Put that about. So you do 8 million naira divided by 7. So that means you have to be doing around 1.2 million naira every single month. Right? So now for you now is you have this thing that you can do for people. Now for me, I like thinking in terms of experience that you can create for people. Now experience can come in different aspects. It can come in the form of you solving a problem that somebody has. All right. So Mr. A now has a need. He's probably losing money, or he probably wants to be making more money than probably he's making, and he has sort of business that is supposed to be his vehicle to get into that point. Yes, because any single person who probably has a vehicle, a business, they didn't wake up one day and decide to just have that business. It's meant to give them something, right? People create business for weird reasons. Some people create business just because they want to do money laundering. But serious people, they create businesses because they want to make bank, or they're trying to create some form of legacy, right? Or they want to have something that they are building that is getting somewhere, right? And if they see growth and they see that the growth keeps so thrilled, so intense, and they can even spend all the money they're getting and put it back in just because they want to see that growth coming in. Yes, but you understand that people have different reasons for wanting stuff. And then it is you. This is you pretty much, yeah? You've told yourself that, yo, I'm creating a product to help people in this category. This is how I think about it. From the first game, sometimes, yeah, I don't even start creating a product to say, okay, this is my product. Who can I help with this product? Most times when I move, I see the problem area, or I see where I can enter, and I say, okay, how can I create something to sell to this market? I mean, my kind of products I create goes beyond just skill stuff, yeah? Quite all right. When I entered into real estate and I was servicing the whole Airbnb sector, it was more like you. So there are people in this category that were disgruntled with the regular hotel arrangement, and they want some form of private, luxurious team stuff without having to pay for a suite. At least cost-effective and give you plenty of vibe, like homely and everything. Good. So how do we get into this game? And how do I service these people? That was my game. Okay, fine. So I created a product, and the next thing was, how do I get these people to know about this stuff? Because I know that the people were there. They're there. I already identified that stuff. And right off the park, first year, profitability. And on it goes. Different products I've created in life could be a digital product, could even be me closing a client on a skill. It's the same thing. Okay, I feel just the social media now, and I'll just stumble upon a business and I say, oh, I just do some little PPP. She say, oh, this person has a need in this. I don't drop the goal. I don't drop an hook to trap that guy in, because I know that I'm going to sell the hell out of that person. Even if I can't get the stuff done, I'll have someone do it because I have the network already. Now, there was something I didn't tell you guys on the last call. This is me going all around, and I need you guys to pick these gems. It's going to come in helpful. There was something I was having a conversation with. There was a mentee of mine I was having a conversation with before now. One of the persons who spoke to you, though, right? So we were talking. As we were speaking, I don't know if I probably mentioned something a little bit on that note to you guys when the call we had, when I mentioned about the fact that humans are imperfect, right? We have strong areas, we have weak areas. Pretty much, there are areas where you're very good at, there are areas where you're not very, very good at, yes? And the way God created it, He created it this way so that there's some form of balance. But you know what's nasty? Most of us knows that we have strengths in certain kind of category, but we have some fake illusion of humility that we do not blow our own. I'm going to repeat that. Most of us have some flawed perception of humility that when it comes to doubling down on our stuff, we feel like we're going to make people uncomfortable by our touch of brilliance. And we forget that that brilliance was given to us for a reason. Now, let me say something for a fact. I have a deep masculine voice. Yes, it even used to be deeper than now. When I was in school here, in the university, I had people who just like to hear me talk, right? If I'm giving a presentation, it kind of like draws some form of vibe, and people are like, yeah, really, really chill. Like having me give presentations, and they want to listen to just to speak and stuff like that, in different stuff I would do at the time. Yes. Now, when I had lecturers, male and female lecturer folks most times here, and I'm speaking to them, I feel like there's this sort of, I don't know, some of them, the male folks mostly, feel a tad bit intimidated because they have tinier voice, and my voice has a form of presence that it gives. And I noticed that it's a form of energy. It get into the day, and I feel them. But then it got to a point where I started feeling a bit weird about the whole thing, and I felt like, maybe I should increase the pitch of my voice. And I noticed that when I would have a conversation with these people, I tried to make my voice tinier. It's very, very weird. But I try to speak as though my voice is not deep, it's not masculine, just so I don't get this sort of uncomfortable feeling from this other person. And it's funny that I had to do that. Most times here, when Nigerians get in contact with people from outside the country, yeah, it could be even children and stuff like that, Europeans and whatnot, you could see these people being so freaking damn confident in their stuff. and they could talk about it. They don't feel any hint of nervousness, especially people in a particular category that probably are operating at something like about. Yeah, they could talk about their stuff. They don't freaking care. They don't freaking care if everybody's going to feel intimidated by their stuff because they feel like this stuff has to be done, and they can get it done. So why hold back? But you see, when it comes to Nigerians, most of us, dude, they will say, I don't want people to notice me. If you are here on this call and you've had some form of situation you've been in before, that you know you had some form of light that could shine, but for some reason, you held back, suppressed that light because, unquote, you don't want to make people notice you. Drop a comment, say, yes, I've experienced it before. Drop a comment, say, yes, me. Put an emoji. Let me see that you've been there. I'm damn certain that there are people here that has happened to before. 100%. I can tell you for a fact. And I'm very, very certain that you feel in these moments some form of choke holding. You feel like you are failing a fundamental part of you. But at some point, you could not deal with the fact that people are going to see you differently. And as such, you gotta blend in. If you are here in Big 7, your moment of blending in is over. Because one thing you don't know is that this thinking of blending in subconsciously enters and permits the way you approach your business. Subconsciously enters you, and when you're on a call with a prospect or when you have an opportunity that you can go in and grab, you hold back. Why? You want to blend in. Everybody in your family, nobody they make 1 million naira per month. And there is you who will say, who you beast when you say who think you not so you smart. It's probably coming from probably the way you grew up, right? All those subconscious thing, environmental influence and everything. It has hooked you, it has held you back. But you know that you have light that should shine. You know what? I'm going to show you guys something. In the new advanced program, I want to show you something that is in there. Hold on a bit. Let me try and look for it right here on this call. I want you guys to have a full body and soul transformation. It's very, very important at this point. You need to change, because you guys are people who will start handling major stuff. Those of you who are running businesses, you will start speaking with investors. People run away from money. Like, I don't know. Like, how my days? Come on. I'm going to show you something. Where the hell is that tab? Let me find it. Come on. There's one document I have. I am the price reframe. It's there amongst the materials I made. But for you, I mean, you guys get access to it, so you're in luck. Let me open it up. Okay, no, this is the mindset prompts. All right, hold on. Let me look. Is this not what I'm looking for? There's one other document I'm looking for. I'll share my screen. You guys should not worry. Let me find it. Is it the power statement builder? Okay, I probably need to show you guys that too. So I'm going to open it up in a new tab. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something else. Can't seem to find it. I can't seem to find it. That was in lesson 1. Okay, I remember now. It was in lesson 1. I'll find it. Just stay on the call, guys. Hold on a minute. It was in lesson 1. Probably is in power statement builder. I have how many documents in lesson 1? Okay, probably will be in one of these two. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm coming now. You know, let me show you elsewhere. I can't seem to find it there. Look at this. I'm going to invert it. It's a different contest, but I'm going to invert it so you guys can actually pick the meat in the game, right? I'll be sharing my screen now. I'll be sharing my screen now. You guys should please let me know if you can see my screen. Yes, comment yes if you can see my screen, please. All right? Give me a yes if you can see my screen. Give me a yes if you can see my screen, please. Hello, can you guys see my screen, everyone? Okay, good. Now, this part of the course, this is lesson 1.2. I am the prize reframe. I mean, it's talking about no one wants to hire desperate guys and stuff like that, energy links and whatnot. But look at this part. This is the part I want you guys to pick on, right? You see, write this down. What is one moment in your life where you got someone results? You see that life that you know you have. What is one moment where I'm inviting it to fit this situation now? You guys should write this down. Have a pen and paper. Everyone, please, every single person have a pen and paper right now. Everyone. Question number 1. What is that moment where you let your light shine? That stuff that you are naturally in on. Please mute your devices. What is that one moment where you let your light shine without feeling intimidated? Have you guys written it down? What is one moment, that one moment? You're going to think about this. What is that one moment where you let your light shine without feeling intimidated? It could be when you were a child, because most of these things you guys were trained out of it. Now, it is not abnormal. It's how the world works. The world is arranged in such a way to keep you in check. When people are stifled out of their gifts, they are easy to control. It's an actual fact. That is why you have subtle social programming. The whole world at large is influenced by it. It takes a few with guts to break out. Stifles you out of your gifts to keep you in control. What is that one moment that you remember where you let your light shine without being intimidated? It could be when you were a child. And now you probably feel like, see, where was that? And why can't I be that person again? The question number 2, how did you feel in that one moment? How did you feel? How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel special? Did it make you feel different? Did you feel like you were in your element? What is that moment? What is that one moment? Now, you could now tie in easily with this second part of the question we have here. What made you the prize in that situation? Because this whole model is targeted towards building yourself to start seeing you as the prize. So that whenever you are entering any conversation, be it conversation for a job, be it a dating conversation, be it a conversation with investors, be it a conversation for anything at all, you are entering into the game with a thinking in your head that, yo, I'm already good. My stuff already works. And now you're not even coming in for the person to qualify you, whether I want to give you a chance. You are coming in to see if both of you are a right fit to work with each other. It's a program. But now for this contest is that this is you. You've got some freaking damn light that you're preventing from shining right now. What is that one moment? Now, what made you the prize in that situation that you let that thing shine? Now, I want you guys to have that thing in your head. Think about it. Answer that question, dwell on it. You guys are going to get a couple stuff that is going to shaping the entirety of who you are, especially as someone who is trying to productize a skill. If you see this stuff that talks about power statement builder on here, well, it mentions that a confused freelancer is ignored, a clear freelancer becomes a magnet, and this helps with your positioning in one killer line and everything. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this literally. However, there's this part. I am the prize mindset prompts. If you have my number saved, you should probably see my status where I talk about this, yeah? When I said these are strategic ego activators and stuff, designed to kill neediness and replace it with magnetic calm. You see this first part, yeah? When it says stop chasing, start filtering, be the one they want. You're not just offering help, you're offering a shortcut to less pain, more money, better result. Act like it, even before they say yes. Look at this first identity check. Would I hire me based on how I showed up today? This is to keep you in check right now. Would I hire me? Based on how I showed up today. Now, this is you who now wants to build a solid business, or you have a product that you are selling that is not a skill. And now you have to discuss with customers. You have to discuss with people that you probably make an offer to, people that will probably use your product, because those people are the people you will sell to. The way I'm showing up this morning, am I showing up like somebody I will employ to build this my dream with me? Because you are your first damn employee. You can fire your damn self. In fact, many people fire them damn self and send themselves to an habit of doom because they fail to have this mental evaluation. Every single one of you, the way you wake up every single damn morning and you go about your freaking damn life, you need to start asking yourself, yo, would I hire me? Based on how I show up right now, I just say this is what I freaking damn want. I'm hiring a somebody who is going to join me to implement. For example, your goal is 50 million bucks for 2025 ends. That's what you want to pull. I'm hiring someone who I feel like is going to be a major point person to get this shit done for me. Would I hire this person based on how you're showing up right now? You your first major employee, or are you out here trying to sentence yourself to an habit of doom? Are you moving like a trusted advisor or a hopeful helper? Pretty much. Now, this is for people with skills, though, but I'm inviting it to fit in with everybody. Look at the second part. What are they losing by not working with me? It's not what you will gain. Of course, you will gain money. But now you are pushing, you are building your social mental programming towards you as the solution provider, towards you as the one who is laying his hands on people and giving them anointing. Because there's a special touch that comes with you. Identify your light. You are not stifling it again. What do people stand to gain? What are they losing by not working with me, by not connecting with me at this level? You know it. Based on your lights, you know that shit. Nobody has that unique edge that you have. You probably know it a little bit, but you've not seen it manifested because you quit believing. You're going to start believing all over again. Pretty much. Look at this third one. Again, for people with skills mainly that's trying to productize the whole thing. If I only let in 5 clients this quarter, would this person make the cut? See, you can tell yourself, say, I want to make $10,000 between now and 2025 ends, and I'm making it from 5 people. Speak it into existence. You can do that. And you say, 10K, yeah, 5 people. That means I'm going at least $2,000 clients per person. And now this is you out there trying to get people to work with. You are not trying too hard. You are not there begging them to reply to your messages. Oh my days. This is a killer warrior game. You guys will see the way it works. You're not coming to beg them, saying they should give you a chance, beg them to come and reply to you, or come here to come and at least maybe if you get your money, maybe hunger not kill you. Even if hunger they kill you. If I only let in 5 clients this quarter, would this person make the damn cut? Now, you are the one who is deciding the based on which this person is going to come in. It could even be with the way the person is vibing on with his business, or the way he's responding to you and everything. I mean, I'm not telling you that you're being so damn arrogant, but this is you programming yourself to be on a higher plane. In fact, there is a book I recommended to a few of my mentees. I can't remember the exact name of the book right now. It talks about selling, pretty much, and it itemizes one valid point. That in any conversation that relates or that concerns selling, there are usually 2 frames. It could be you're selling an idea, you're selling people or whatever it is, right? In as much that there's an idea coming together with another person with a different something anywhere, there are 2 frames, 2 opposing frames. The frame that comes on top is the frame that wins. And you cannot get that goal when you have a weak frame. These things come in subtly, subconsciously. You see, if you are able to step by step rebuild your mental frame, you will come on top. When people approach you, when people vibe with you, when you are having a conversation with a prospect, or when you are approaching someone and you are talking about your story, the person will be naturally tuned towards you. So how can I be a part of this? You do this thing, you subconsciously pull them in, because first thing first, you have taken yourself to that point where your light is blinding. And they will find it. They will see it. Look at this gatekeeper state. I talked about it already. Now, there's this whole proof audit and stuff, right? Have I told any proof this week that makes someone go, damn, I need to work with this person. Now, this is closely tied in with something else I told my mentee that day. When I was talking about Win and how she was not really putting herself, like letting people know about her stuff. She's kind of like being shy about it, being stupid about it. And I told her, you know what? Why do girls go out there and do BBL? Women, they want to get noticed. In most places right now, you see people come in and they become politicians and then they win elections and everything. Why did they win elections? They're probably the nastiest of all the candidates, but yeah, they win election. You know why? They got the freaking damn loudest voice. They hone their nonsense and they are not shy about it. They will still come in there and push what they think is their special point. So at the end of the day, they are being constantly talked about. They are being constantly talked about. They get attention. You will not see them and ignore them. That is the fact. But you see the person that's being ignored, people forget about it. You don't want people. See, you want to be able to plant a seed of you in people's minds. This is something that you need to write down. Beginning today, you need to be able to plant a seed of you in people's minds. How do you get this done? My mentor tells me something every time. Watch Abraham. He will tell you justice. Wherever people you meet, whatever room you enter, whatever closing discussion, pricing, sales conversation you are entering, it will say, never let people feel indifference about you. That means you should not be unnoticeable. You should not be average. You should not be just like everybody else. They should either like you or hate you. In fact, when they even hate you, they'll talk about you. Have you not noticed how sometimes you have a small wahala with somebody? And then even in moments where you should probably have peace, you'll be rethinking the thing and then you are disturbing your peace. Whereas the person is probably living his or her life. Women will understand this better. Sometimes you have boyfriends and stuff, and you have one small disagreement. You see the boyfriend will be living his best life, whereas there's you who's overtaking and doing your squeezing face, hitting his biting you, and even vexing yourself that is simply not bothered about it. Planting your seed. I mean, I'm not talking about it in only the negative side, but now I'm talking about it in the positive side. You can see how you need to be able to have some element of control over people. You need to have some element of hook in people's consciousness. That is why the fundamental approach I think to landing clients, I tell people that, right from the beginning, make some form of impression that will get the person to think about you, even though he's having sex with his wife. So now there's you in this whole damn world. I will tell you guys for a fact that the cheat code to making money in 2025, in fact, in this particular world that we live in right now, is by being a content creator. When I say content creator, I don't mean going to making skits alone. I don't mean podcasting alone. I don't mean YouTubing alone. I don't mean TikTok alone. The point is, you have to have content you are showing out there. It's something that you feel vibing, that you are vibing within, that concerns with your life and everything. Put it out there, have some form of audience, no matter how small. I have people that fuck with you. I fuck with this girl, like, yeah. Or probably they'll be like, yeah, this is nonsense. You don't figure damn care. You're planting your seed in people's consciousness. So now there's you as a freaking damn freelancer. There's you as a freaking damn person with school trying to sell some freaking damn audience. Have I dropped any freaking proof this week that makes people to be like, yo, who's this guy? Damn, I need to work with this person. If not, fix it. You say you are what you prove, not what you promise. Of course, you can ask questions at some point. Look at this part on Experience Mirror. It says, where in my life am I already the prize? And how can I channel that energy into my business? This concerns every single one of you. It says it could be dating, past jobs, collaboration, or your zone of genius. You've already been the prize. Every single one of you, no matter the state of your life right now, there has been a moment where you've been the prize before. Bring that energy. Bring it online. Bring it online. I want every single one of you to internalize this thinking. And on it goes. Let's have some questions first at this point. Before we progress. Questions, please. Who wants to ask me a question? Questions, please. Oh yeah. Questions, please. I want to enter and talk about business. I'm talking about skilled people since I'm giving them small gems. Let me enter my people who are like me, who wants to brace the damn odds in the face of sharks. All right? But first thing first, let's take questions. All right? Let's take questions. Okay. Good. Jibola, you want to unmute? Do you want to unmute? You says she doesn't like social media. Uh-huh. But everything needs to be done on social media. How do you deal with that? Who wants to talk? You see this question that you just asked. I want us to vibe with it and fuck with each other as a family, right? Who wants to talk? Who wants to offer a few 2 cents? This is something like let's call it a therapy session. Okay. Therapy session. I if you have something like you see, Gabriel, I just talked about our stuff with social media and whatever. Yeah.
Hi, Justice.
Yeah, hold on a bit, Jibola. Hold on a bit. So Jibola just talked about our stuff with this old thingy, right? So if you want to talk, you can talk. If you feel like your wahala this is something that is too intimate, is too personal to you, and you don't want people to know that this is you. You see that anonymous link? Go there and drop your message now. I'll look at it. I'll check it. All right. So Jibola, unmute and speak. Fire down.
So I do fashion designing. Yeah, I've been doing fashion designing for like 4 years now. But I don't like, so I see other people that do fashion designing and they put their product out there. I don't know, they just show up and they show out. But I'm one person that I don't like social media. Like I rarely put my pictures out there. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's so stressful to me.
Why do you really put your pictures out there? What do you think is the real reason? What's the first thing that came to your head right now that makes you not like putting your pictures out there? Be honest with us.
Like I'm a very private person. I like being discreet. Like I just like being mysterious. I enjoy it so much. Like I don't know, right from small, I never like my business being out there.
Like to see your stuff out there. You not like to so for people. You not like people no say you good.
Not that. Not that. Like okay, so how do I put this? Because somebody told me that to sell, I need to like put myself out there.
Okay.
Right? But I find it difficult to like set up cameras to maybe talk or to take pictures or something. It's something I struggle with. Like it's something I really struggle with.
You don't want people to know that this is you. Or you don't want you don't want to be associated. Do you feel a sense of would I say shyness?
That's what I was about to say. I just want to say that I'm just shy to do that.
What if it's not Jibola, but it's Tracy? And then do you know Fiona in Shrek? Where she will still be a princess, a beautiful princess, and then in night she changes to an ogre. So it's like an entirely different person. So if somebody sees Fiona and then they sees the ogre version, nobody is going to know it's the same person, but it's still the same person. So I'm asking you now, Jibola, do you if maybe you could pull your face, wear another face, and ball out, nobody knows this is Jibola?
Do you mean alter ego?
Do you think that alter ego will still be shy?
Actually, no. So like I wanted to do something last week after your class, after the first class we had. So I wanted to open an Instagram that's just going to say Alexandra Welts. That's like my name, but it's my alter ego. Do you get? So I'm going to be putting up everything I do about writing and lifestyle over there. So I wanted to do that, and I'm just like thinking about it that because it's definitely something that I want to start, but I don't want to stop it.
You wanted to do that, and
I'm going to do it this week.
It looks like a bot. You wanted to do that?
Yeah, but like I'm still thinking about it.
You'll do it. You put out have you created the account?
Not yet.
Create it tonight. Everybody, are you guys hearing? Jibola has to give us feedback tomorrow that she has done this thing. You're creating it tonight. I put down the first content out there early tomorrow morning. Whether it's half-baked.
Early tomorrow morning.
Yes, before 12 p.m. Please take note of this, guys. In fact, you take note of it. This evening, go and drop your own personal assignment. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm creating the IG account we talked about today. And I'm putting on my face on before 12 p.m. tomorrow. Then you do it and you come tell us and we'll do praise the Lord for you. Your alter ego, whatever it is you want to do. You could put something that will probably sink and hook people. You've got no freaking have excuse, Jibola. You see the Wahala now, you want to talk about it. You want me just to come and give you fancy solutions and everything. There ain't no fancy solution anywhere. You doing this stuff. You see, this is no escape zone. And you're going to do it and you will be so glad in the next 3 months that you started what you're going to start tonight. And should I shock you? You're going to be putting up your first content early tomorrow morning. And for the next 30 days, you put content without stopping. You're not missing one day. Who else wants to join on this? Whatever it is you want to push, you want to talk about yourself, whether it's a skill. I don't... You know, there's even a part of this program that talks about something like this, or skill people, pretty much. Okay. So Laefa wants to join on the challenge. Who else wants to join? Kati wants to join. Okay, Kati, Laefa, Kerry. What do you guys want to do? Drop it on the comment section. What are you doing? All right? Right? What are you guys doing exactly? Of course, yeah, once you create their accounts, their Instagram, you know what? All of you that wants to join on the challenge, let me write your name. Nothing say the cap. Okay, Laefa did not say she wants to join. Let me see. But Kati, Kerry, Glory. Kati, I'm writing it here. Kati, Kerry, Glory, and Laefa. I don't see them. They don't get excuse. All of you, create your accounts this night. Send us the link this night. All of them now. Send and give us. So this is first side done. Tomorrow early morning, I'll put in at least more content. If your Laefa name is Laefa, I'm sorry. The spirit of the Lord did not let me remove your name. You have no choice to join the challenge that you have no business in joining. I'm sorry. This is it for you. This is it for you. The Holy Spirit this is it for you. You already have an account, you not be regular, good. Send us the name of the account. Early tomorrow morning, 4 to 12, you're posting your first stuff. Right? Some of you might want to, you know what? Should I join? Oh my days, should I join? Should I go create something on TikTok? I've only wanted to do TikTok actually, and you know what? Just put myself. I have Instagram, although I'm not serious with it though. You know, I'm not gonna crucify myself the way Laefa did, but anyway, okay, good. So that is Jibola. We've carried that question and hooked her in the throat. And now she has nowhere to run to. Somebody wants to say something. That is Laefa. Then okay, wait, before Laefa speaks, I have a guy talk. I think I had a guy say something though. Was that Cleavon? Cleavon, you want to share a testimonial? Please unmute your mic. Cleavon.
Okay. My was just small. So I think like everybody say, I'm very shy person. Like I appear for the camera and all. So I think after coming across you and everything, I was like, what's it difficult in this thing? So let me give it a try. So my social media and everything. So even though I don't have the right cameras to go, I decided to give it a try. So recently I just got to Upwork and I was doing some things there. I've been sending a lot of proposals, but none of them were working. So after some time, after the last class we had, I was like, okay, if you are talking about using Loom and all that, showing your face and all, so I decided to do something similar. And I sent 5 like that, using Loom to go through what I can do, showing my face, introducing myself and all. And just right now, you see that one of the contracts I just did an audit for. And funny enough, this audit I did it for free, sent as post DM reply. And this client, I just showed my audit stuff to this client, like, oh, I've done this audit before, what I have done and everything, show my screen, my face and everything. And the client was like, oh, can I do this? I said, yes. I did for the client yesterday. And the client was like, okay. I just find out now, like right now, like 3 minutes ago, like when I just paid in $25, of course, up to $10. So I'm really, really excited. Like, okay, I think I can still push. So that I just it.
Energy. Let me shock you guys here. One thing people don't realize is that God wants to bless you. I'm being spiritual in your heads. But he wants you to give him something to bless. I'm going to repeat that. God wants to bless you, but he wants you to give him something to bless. If you believe it or not, it's an actual fact. He wants to bless you. You just have to give him something to bless, pretty much. Now, you want to do better than the level you're currently doing right now. You have to rise up. It did something different. And you know what's crazy? If he keeps doubling down on this thing, I could try something out here, and there's a spark, doubles down on it, and voila. Something that you probably might have forgotten about, like this audit that I did, it has come into right now. In the next few months, you will be stunned by what will come out of it. I'm telling every single one of you right now. In fact, community, all right. Hey guys, my internet kicked me out. Hold on. Okay. All right. So my internet kicked me out. I actually had no idea I was using my phone internet instead of my home Wi-Fi. And I decided I'll go finish that one, unfortunately. It is what it is. Good. Can you guys hear me? Please confirm. Confirm you guys can hear me. Confirm. Good. Oh, apparently I'm not the only one who has some issues. Okay, good. All right. So now it's going to be closely tied. Those of you who probably might listen to this at some point that probably are not in Big Seven, then you have to join Big Seven. You see the reason why you should be here. In any case, so you see that every single person probably has a pause at the beginning of the week. Let's say you have, of course, it's your own money, 50K. At the end of every month, the person with the highest money left in his or her purse wins a bonus that will come maybe from a group funding stuff or from my pocket or from whatever. But anyways, there's going to probably be a prize. So every single person will fund their individual purse. I'm going to bring it in at some point. I'm just telling you guys some of the things I have planned. Some to give you reason not to dilly-dally. Like now, let's say for example now, Jibola, now, these are our Instagram stuff. She already has 50K in her Big Seven purse, right? And then Jibola now defaulted on her Instagram saw that she's getting this night. She don't lose 5K from her purse. She has 45,000 naira left. Tomorrow, she defaulted again, and she did not do her first content before 12 o'clock. She has just another 5K. Of course, every single of you will fund your purses yourself. I'm not funding it for anyone else. You're funding your purses for yourself. So you see that it is your own money at stake. So you have to deliver. You have no other option and to deliver and take action. At the end of the day, what I'm grooming all of you to become are people who are going to be crazy action takers. You're not going to be overthinking stuff too much. Once you say go, you've decided that you want to go, you are naturally going. You don't have to stress yourself too much. That is where I want you guys to be at. Anyways, let's move on. One person has a question, wants to say something. That was Laifa. Laifa, please unmute quickly.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Initially, so as regarding what Jibola said, I wanted to speak from experience.
Okay.
So, as you know, I run this whole vendor stuff. And one thing over time, initially, yes, it was just people within my circle that knew about what I was doing and they knew my face, but I subconsciously stopped posting my face for a very long period of time. And I had people that dealt with me without knowing what I look like. They don't maybe they probably just because I send DMs a lot, they just know my voice. They don't know what I look like. Some of them were from referrals from groups that I was on, total strangers. So and then there's Awa on IG. She has this whole skit thing she does. She had her own personal page. It was not until last year, I think last 2 years, she eventually like did a face reveal. Nobody knew who she was, but she was putting out content. I myself, I have 2 different X accounts. One is a personal one, and one is one I used to grind for crypto. Nobody knows my face on either ones though. And this is an issue I was even thinking about regarding the skill that I learned, because I learned a tech skill recently, but I don't want to use it in this aspect of this big 7 stuff because I don't see how it is feasible for me since I'm like starting from scratch. There's no way I can make it a product to sell. So what I want to do is sell a product, what people need. And the only way I thought of selling it was selling it as a combo. And also I was also thinking about not putting my face out there also. And I was wondering how I would go about it. How would Nigerians trust me with their money if I'm going to be like doing a whole landing page, run ads and everything, and maybe they're not seeing any proof, so to say, since it's something that is just starting out. Yes, so I don't know how I'll go about this one, but I wanted to talk about what she was saying because people don't even know my face. Most persons, they just see me post the proof of what I do, finish. She can even do it whereby it's just a voiceover on the videos without showing her face.
Okay, so it depends on what you're selling. Yes. If it's
Yes.
a product, if it's a physical product. Now, in any market, right, that has to deal with people, the fundamental thing that determines why people will buy is trust.
Yes.
So they have to trust you. Now, let me tell you, I've sold products, physical products, running ads, just like Bethel, and the people who were buying, they don't know what I look like. But that is the thing. I got to realize that in the Nigerian space, especially with e-com, we have a problem with how do they call them? With trust, especially when it comes to this whole thing. So we now explore different things. We're doing things like payments on delivery, and everything. And then I realized at some point was like, oh, people were not buying, right? They were paying more, they were ordering more. But then I realized at some point that there was still an issue. Some people will order or place an order and everything, and then when you want them to pick up the order, they will not pick up. But then I noticed something else that was interesting. At the end of the day, we'll get a few unconfirmed orders, and we'll have other ones we go out. Now, this thing drew me back to a realization. Now, when I started out in the whole thing at the time, it was like, okay, how do I get Nigerians to pay for something, a physical product they are buying? They don't know my physical store. So then we ask you, do you have a physical store and stuff? Some of them will be like, some of them will say, send, I'll collect. So that will be like this. Out of all of this one, some of them will not collect. But many of them will collect, and then they will pay. And then I realized that at the end of the day, we're making money. Even though we probably have a few losses from the unconfirmed orders, and we started small, we realized that, okay, down the line, we're profitable. And we're able to find out a system, devise a system that could at least help us to churn out and reduce the number of unconfirmed orders. Yes? All of this came from not understanding how it was going to be figured out at the end completely, but we know that's the way will show itself if only we launch. Better has a product that it sells. I told you guys at that time that it has two packages. There's the combo and then there's the regular one. The regular one does around 15 per. I think the combo, I've forgotten how much it says, it's a bit higher. And it told you that it does around 70 orders thereabouts in a day averagely, right? And we did the maths. Now, that 70 order is 70 confirmed orders. Let's say at the end of the day, it has about a few distinct. Of course, those product that goes and is unconfirmed, it will still come back at the end of the day. So maybe there's a tiny bit loss in logistic concerns and everything in between. However, when you do the math, 70 orders. Now, after that 70 order, let's say even worst case scenario, 50 of them is confirmed. You do 50K times 15. Quick maths. Calculator. 50 per times 15. That is already 750,000 naira. Now, if Better could have said, oh, I don't know. Nobody's, just so you know, nobody's seeing his face. So what he's doing is that what we now do is we now make a video of a regular user using the product and say, okay, this is how it's do. We probably will just be showing the hand and everything without showing the face. Some of them will do it in pigeon, some of them will do like this and push everything out. They were spending money to get more views and more highs. And it was working. We would have not known if we did not test. So you now have something that you want, and you do not know how people will probably be receptive, especially when they don't know the face behind the brand. Now, there are two ways to go about it. One, if you are so certain that you don't want to show out your face or you don't want to put yourself out there, at least at this point, then you will now try and see what tools can I bring in to water down buyer resistance. I repeat that. What can I bring in to water down buyers' resistance? Because at the end of the day, everything in life is odds. People, when they guide and when they go do bets, they'll say 2 odds, short odds, short this. There's really no short odds in life. There's something called percentage of success. Risk to reward ratio. It applies everywhere. You spent millions of naira to go to the university. What is the potential reward that will come out of it? You probably do not even know. But it's a risk you are willing to take. So, is this a risk you are willing to take? Yes. What are the odds of success at this point? What can I do to increase the odds of success so that if at all my stuff gets in front of 100 people, what are the odds I can get 10% or 10 people out of this 100 to buy? Will I be profitable at that point still? Yes. Voila. What can I do to take it above 10 and make it 15% out of the 100 eyes that will be seeing it? Okay, so that means if I'm able to get myself in front of 100 people and I'm getting at least 10% sales rate, then if I'm getting in front of 1,000 people, what can I do to maintain the same sales rate across board? So that means if you are pulling 10% of people and then that stuff is giving you a profit margin of, let's say, 50,000 case in point, that means you are getting at least in an entire month, you sell to your stuff gets in front of 100 people, you talk to 100 persons selling the stuff that is for 50,000 naira, talk to 100 people, and you got just 10 of them. So you see, at the end of the day, you're not looking for perfection. 100 persons, you sell, this applies to everyone. You sell it to 100 people, it could be any product, physical, digital, whatever, a skill, a service. You know that, see, what are the odds that if I can talk to 100 people, I can get at least 10 people to say yes? Good, I can do that very well. So that means, what can I do to double down my effort even while reducing the time involvement? And so I can now push out from the 100 people seeing my stuff, I get 1,000 people seeing my stuff. I get 10,000 seeing my stuff. And I'm able to get over balance myself across that same 10% range. What happens to your profit margin? Stacks. I launched a product not too long ago. And when we started that, our ad budget was around 50,000 in a day. We grew that ad budget, obviously we're profitable. In 6 weeks, we pulled over 10M. We grew that ad budget from 50K in a day. At some point, we're spending around 250,000 every day on sales. Currently, that product has been on for a while. Our sales, our ads budget per day for that particular product is averaging around 150,000 every single day as we speak. More eyes, percentage risk to reward. Ask yourself one question. If I do not start, what are my odds of winning? 0. If I start, what are my odds of success? What is the percentage win rate? how can I double down this across board? If I can get percentage win rate at X%, that means if I increase or I stack up by volume, I probably will be able to do this percentage win rate, even if it's at the same percentage level. But now when you multiply by volume, I make more moolah. That is how you win. I'm a tailor. I'm a fashion designer. Product. Create some form of crazy experience for my clients and everything. Obviously, they love me. My stuff is good. But now I can even create a form of combo offer or a bundle offer or an offer targeted towards an audience who will be needing something for a particular reason. Matriculation, convocation, prom, and I now say, oh, prom. I realized more recently these days on my TikTok, I've been at Twitter. I'm seeing a lot of prom up and down. And I noticed that some of people in the Yankee, they start using African fashion designers to make their prom dresses. And some of them pay anywhere close to $1,000. And then there's you, a fashion designer. Okay, good. Can I create a prom offer and find a way to get more eyes internationally? Even if I have to find a point person in the abroad, I'll help me push out this stuff, and then I'll raise a form of a partnership deal. So you see, you know, they think like Taylor again. And I'm able to get the same stuff, and maybe I'm even creating like kind of a profile targeting people in this niche here. That's why social media is a great win in this generation. I mean, what even stop me from running has targeting people in that zone? And I do that, and I get a couple of inquiries, and I know that, okay, what could be the issue that will probably face to get this into logistics? Is there a way around this? Okay. It will cost me, say, around the $100 to get it over to this person in this particular location. Okay. Is that a risk I'm willing to take? Well, person's paying $1,000. I probably at the end of everything, it will cost me around $200 and everything to get the stuff done. You're not kidding for teaching. At the end of the day, I make $700 per order. I do 10 orders, that's $7,000. Is that a win or no? At the end of the day, you're able to get that stuff, get a very, very solid marketplace, a solid customer base, inflow and out. People are getting to give you even referrals and everything. You're able to test out new game. You're getting more reach and everything in between. At some point, you can start hiring people to do and handle the orders you're getting. What have you done? A product. Niche market. Of something as simple as tailoring. This stuff is not complicated. One of, oh, I don't want to say the person's stuff here. Oh, one of you sent me something, and it was so novel, and I was thrilled and I smiled. She's creating a digital product for people in a niche market that have been heartbroken before by a relationship. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it will blow your mind. It's not something to make them to not be heartbroken again. To blow your mind. Is there an experience people are desiring that they cannot get? Can I get them that experience? Yes. And that was it. Guys, are your brains getting fired up at this point? I mean, I've taken you guys through a curve, right? Both those of you with skills, both those of you who are doing business and everything in between. Am I getting your brains fired up? You see, with this old Big 7 thing, this is not, you guys pay 10K for access, right? But what's the gem, the level of boost that is going to happen to your life? You will testify. You testify. I'm serious. I'm not even capping. You testify. Going forward at this point, you guys need to start intentionally putting yourself in an energy zone. Let me tell you something. If you carry net enter water when get fish, you go catch fish, you no go catch fish. At least chance they say go catch fish, yes or no? If you carry net enter water when get fish, chance they say go catch fish, yes or no? If you carry net enter water when not get fish, chance they say go catch fish, yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Are you putting yourself inside water when get fish or not every single day? Let me shock you. Not this year. This year, I paid for a club membership that I will not tell you guys the name. The reason why I paid for that club membership because people, when they get that club membership, are rich people. Top oil and gas people, first of all, and other people with businesses that have money because this thing was pricey. Now, in this membership, different activities, sports related, gym related, and everything, you have access to the facilities and you get to be in the same space with these people. What is my end goal? To create high value relationships that will lead to people investing and giving me connections to things that will end up having something for me. Are you putting yourself in where you will catch fishes? Abi, or your life is inside your room 24/7? Okay, even if it's inside your room, the internet is there for you to take advantage of. You have Reddit, you have this, you have that. Are you shooking yourself in those places? I've been a good molan, and you there, and you and your area people, or you start to gossip about that boy when we say they sleep with all the girls for the area. Is that what you do? Or you and your guy looking for all those small girls you want to do? Is that if you put nets for water when you get fish, or they say fish go come? So you say you want to win. You don't write that thing for paper, say you won't make bank. You they put yourself for water when you go pull those fishes come meet you. You'll be tailor when they sell this thing. You want to get, I will move away from client that will be paying you 25,000 naira for full agbada. I want to get the client that will be paying you 100 pa, 200. Do you know that there are people in this Nigeria that pay upwards of 1 million naira for a kaftan? A kaftan. Do you know there are people in this Nigeria that pay upwards of $1 million? I'm telling you for a fact. For a fact, an actual fact. There are people that are ready to pay they will call you like this, say, oh boy, I need to something for this thing tomorrow. You will see, Baba go cook the thing that night, he go ready. There are people that have a network of this. In fact, they're not they stress themselves. They service exclusive niche people. You will see these people they are not proud. You know what they carry. You know the water when they shook themselves enter to go calculate all those kind. You think saying that just to the day as they shine it? Is it just to the air just they tell them sweet is my body they sweet them? No. Every single one of you have to be freaking damn aggressive. You not get energy, pa? You not get energy, pa? Don't worry. Start. Make the energy not day. Start them. That day, when I tell you, say I close that, when that investor don't carry me enter that commitment, when I tell you, when one pack how much for 45 meters, what happened? I was not even energized and everything. I probably went to the gym that I can't remember. And I was tired. Oh, wait, that was on Saturday. I didn't go to the gym. Did I? Okay, I did. I went to the gym. I was tired. I was in the house. My wife and I was in the house, yeah? I was tired. I was in the room. I sent a message. And then, voila, he called. Out of nowhere, the strength found me. See, start. Let the strength find you or not, but at least put yourself in the water. At least fish will come. Are you guys ready to take at least, if not for anything? Are you ready to try? Are you telling yourself this very moment that, yo, I'm going ahead and I'm going to act differently? I asked you one question that time. You have an employee or there's a gun to your head. You have to make that money you've written, or by December 31st, a gun fires automatically, you have no control over it. But two things. Did you do that goal? Yes. Did you not do that goal? No. If you do yes, you win. If you think goes no, boom, you die. You have the chance to hire one person that can be a win or not. And now this is you under pressure. If you don't hire, you know that out of these people that is in front of you, they're giving you 10 people that out of these 10 persons in front of you, the one person that you hire, there's one person out of these 10 persons that can help you achieve that goal and save your life. But if you make mistake and hire the wrong one, it's over for you. What would you do? You'll be observing. They give you 1 week to observe them. You'll be looking at their energy, the way they respond, the conversations they are having, the people they are flowing with, how they use their time, what do they do, what are their hobbies, how do they vibe pass. You'll be observing because you don't want to make a mistake. But you know what, guys? At the end of the day, people can deceive you. They can show something and they will deceive you. But there's only one person in this world that if you see that things you are looking for in that person that can be that windbreaker for you, and you are convinced that this is it, and you know for a fact that this person will be with you and stick his ass to the very end for you, this is you. So would you become that key player that can take you to the winning point to save your life or not? You've made a very, very fine decision by choosing to be in Big 7. The next decision you're going to make is you go implement, and you go to wear some paper for Yansh. Which one? Well, let's see. Life now go tell us at the end of the day. Anyways, so you got lots of stuff to act on this very moment, right? I'll give you a lot of things to think about. I'm going to be sending the record into this, so you can go back and rewatch, right? Go back and rewatch. If you have anybody, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, an enemy that you want to be in Big 7, do not just invite a person. Observe if the person is the kind of person that you think will thrive here and is ready to go all out and give us positive energy and vibes. Then have the person reach out to me. The person will go through a small interview link that I'll be sending over to him. And if he qualifies, we might give him a chance. Now, this is not an Oppo vibe again. Things are getting stricter access-wise. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your evening. I have to get on another call right now. So you see, dude, you guys are going to do stuff. There's no rest for me. I have lots of stuff that I have to vibe with. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great time.